Once upon a time, there was a farmer who owned a donkey. This donkey had been a diligent worker for many years, always helping the farmer with tasks like carrying heavy loads, plowing the fields, and bringing in firewood. The donkey had never once complained, working tirelessly from sunrise to sunset. But as time passed, the donkey grew older. His once strong legs had grown weak, and his body, tired from years of hard labor, no longer had the energy it once had. Slowly, the farmer began to notice that his donkey was no longer as useful as he had been. One sunny afternoon, as the donkey was grazing peacefully in the field, something unexpected happened. The donkey wandered a little too far, and while chewing on the fresh grass, he unknowingly stepped onto a patch of ground that had concealed an old, dry well. The ground beneath his hooves suddenly gave way, and the donkey fell deep into the well. His body hit the bottom with a painful thud. The donkey, dazed and frightened, began to bray loudly for help. His cries echoed through the quiet fields, reaching the ears of a few villagers nearby. They quickly rushed to the well and, upon seeing the donkey trapped, ran to inform the farmer. When the farmer arrived at the well, his heart sunk. He knew that it would be nearly impossible to pull the donkey out. The walls of the well were steep and smooth, and there was no way for the old donkey to climb out on his own. The farmer stood there, deep in thought, weighing his options. After a long silence, the farmer made a difficult decision. The donkey was no longer of any use to him, and the struggle to save him seemed too much of an effort. "I'll just bury him in the well," the farmer thought. "It will be easier this way." With a heavy heart, the farmer ordered the villagers to start filling the well with dirt. As the first shovel of mud hit the donkey's back, he brayed in distress. But then, something incredible happened. The donkey, instead of sinking into despair, did something unexpected. He shook off the dirt that was falling on him and stepped onto the pile. With each shovel of mud that landed, the donkey did not give up. He stepped higher and higher, using the very dirt that was meant to bury him as a stepping stone. Slowly but steadily, the donkey climbed, the pile of mud beneath him rising with every step. The villagers and the farmer watched in amazement as the donkey continued to rise above the dirt. Finally, with one last determined effort, the donkey jumped out of the well, free and alive. The crowd stood in stunned silence, amazed at the donkey's strength and resilience. The farmer was speechless. He had watched as the donkey had turned what was meant to be his grave into his ladder to freedom. But as the donkey emerged from the well, something unexpected happened. Instead of returning to the farmer, the donkey stood tall, proud, and free. He looked around at the wide, open fields and, without a second thought, walked away from the farm and into the world beyond. The farmer watched the donkey disappear into the distance, and a deep realization dawned on him. The donkey had been his loyal companion for many years, but it was clear that the donkey's heart had longed for more than just a life of work. The donkey had been given a second chance to live, and in that moment, he chose freedom over servitude. The farmer stood silently, learning a valuable lesson. He realized that sometimes, in our quest for convenience and control, we forget to appreciate those who have helped us along the way. We take for granted the loyalty and strength of those who serve us, and when they are no longer useful, we think they are dispensable. But the donkey had shown him that resilience and strength come from within, and no matter how difficult life gets, it's always possible to rise again. It was a lesson the farmer would never forget. Moral of the story: life may sometimes feel like it's burying us under its weight, and we may feel trapped by circumstances, but like the donkey, we all have the power to rise above it. The very challenges that seem to overwhelm us can become the stepping stones to our freedom. We should never give up, no matter how difficult life may seem. And just as the donkey chose his own path to freedom, we too can choose to embrace second chances and create a life filled with hope and possibilities.